Hey, hi, this is Eric, the director of Inspire Fit Resorts, and just want to check in. It's been a long while since I've done a little video blog. We've been really busy here, a lot of good guests and a lot of fun. But one thing that's come up kind of consistently over the last few weeks is we've had people who've been in other programs and they've talked a lot about the difference between what we do here and what goes on there, and a lot of things that we just weren't aware of. So what I did is what I'd like to do is put together a little video here, kind of talking and addressing some of those differences, and for those people who've been to a program at a weight loss facility or something like that. So here they go. So first one is this isn't a fat farm, right? Weight loss is a byproduct of what we do here. Is a byproduct of education, right? It's not the number one goal. We don't feed you tortillas, and you don't eat these little bite-sized things at every meal, and we don't push every ounce of energy out of you to try and get a little extra calorie burn for the day. So we don't do that. We'll never do that, right? And the reason behind it is we want to make a lifestyle change. Yeah, you might be able to lose an extra pound or whatever in a shorter period of time, but chances are that you're going to be much more likely to put that weight back on. And that's at least what a lot of the guests that we have here have experienced with coming from other facilities, is that this is a lifestyle change. This is education. This is empowerment. This is control. You're in charge of your own development. We don't force anything on anyone. We give you education and allow you to pick the path that works best for you. It's your life. You're going to live it. I'm not going to be there when you leave. My staff's not going to be there when you leave. So that's really the biggest key, right? Is that, number one, this isn't a fat farm. So if that's what you want, and you want the guys barking in your face and eating tortillas and running laps, until you're ready to puke, you go there. You're going to exercise. You are going to work hard. You're going to earn it, what you earn here, but you're going to know why. You're going to have education, and most importantly, you're going to be able to continue and make your own once you leave. So let's see. Check my little list. Number two, again, the difference is education. I touched on it with the first point. So a lot of facilities, a lot of places, they do an excellent job of educating and giving people information, right? And they do so in a manner that's usually a system, right? Follow this system, eat like this, do that, right? Well, we don't have a system. All we have is information. We don't have lectures. We have discussions, right? We have a discussion. I bring up a topic, or one of our trainers or training staff or our home coaches bring up a topic, and we discuss it. And everyone expresses their interest level in it, and then their life experiences with it, and the things they struggle, and then they relate on what they could do to do better at that, or what things they would need to work on, right? So again, it's based on education, not a system. So it's unique to each individual. Let's see. Oh, number three, yeah. One size does not fit all. That's kind of like a universal thing that I've seen, is that in so many other programs, so many other facilities, and the feedback we've gotten about our program is that so many people have the notion that, again, it's a system, right? And this is what you have to do in order to be successful. And unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, right? You may have a system, you may have another area, or I should say another facility that has immense success with 30% of the population that attend, right? So how successful is that really? Again, a system is too regimented, it's not unique, and this is your life, not mine, not any of our staff, right? You need to know how to manage these principles and how to make best selections for what's appropriate for you. Let's see, number four, injury prevention. This is a huge one. I didn't realize that, so many places weren't focusing on injury prevention. We know that you're going to do a lot of work here, and we know that most people who come here are either not in the best shape, in pretty decent shape, or have been running and exercising consistently without really much education on how to prevent injury. So what we do is we get you to move. We get your joints to move. We get your other joints to stabilize. So it's this whole notion of stability and mobility, right? So if you have a shoulder that doesn't move well, if you have an elbow that's sore, right? We look at the joints above and below, and kind of just assess it. Say, all right, can you move well? Can you do this? Is this supporting it when you're standing, right? A lot of core work as well. And not core work in crunches and that kind of stuff. Integrated core work, like learning how to brace and lock your core down so that you can maintain that position of your hips and shoulders. So that way it allows your pelvis to stay still and your hip to actually move instead of moving your pelvis, which moves your lower back, right? So there's a bunch of examples of that, but big thing, injury prevention, foam rolling, corrective exercise, starting you off in the morning with basic movement patterns, right? Getting everything going. So that way later on in the hike, you're walking better and you're not putting so much extra weight in the stride on your right leg and aggravating your knee. So that's a big focus here. I guess it isn't at some other places. 5, the gourmet meals. I've touched on the meal sizes and stuff a little bit, but we do. People sit down for dinner and breakfast and lunch, and they do snacks in between. You're kind of responsible for that, but you're supposed to learn. Anyway, and they're always shocked at the portion sizes. They expect it to be some like little portion size and sliver of this and sliver of that. And I'm like, well, that's not how you're going to eat for the rest of your life, so why would you do it here? Why would you learn to do that here? We're trying to teach you health. We're trying to make a lifestyle change, something that you can maintain, not something that you do for a week to lose a couple pounds. So again, we don't provide that service. You do lose weight, because you are going to work out. And these meals have high nutrient density and low caloric value, so they're extremely healthy and extremely efficient. Let's see. Building a plan of action and taking steps. So this is another one. Building a plan of action. What does that mean? Literally making a plan for when you leave on how you're going to continue to maintain this. And you build it within the environment that we set up here. So it's very supportive, very friendly, right? Hopefully friendly. No, yeah, we're very friendly. Very supportive. And we give you a lot of education, right? And we give you information. And then we discuss. And you tell us what are the things that you need more of. And then you put down on a piece of paper what are the things that you need to work on when you leave. So then you take that stuff, and instead of just getting a good feeling, a good notion like, oh, I have the best intentions, we ask you to take action, right? Give you little homework assignments. Say, okay, if this is what you need, great, make a phone call on it tonight and take care of it. Great, you have a problem with taking lunch to work? Go buy a lunch bag tonight, right now, on Amazon, right? There's nothing holding people back from taking actionable steps, tangible steps to make sure that they're successful when they go home. And that's one thing we ensure. Lastly, mentees becoming the mentors. So what do I mean? So the people who stay here for the longest period really get to benefit from that. They go from this transition of getting this information in and really trying to fight it and being like, oh well, I heard this, I heard that, and then getting more and more of the science and the true information and letting them make their own decisions, and then they're like, oh wow, okay. And then they understand that people who are coming in and joining the following week are kind of going through the same transition. But now they become more the mentor from the mentee. And do you think the teacher knows it much better? Of course, right? And does it help them to reinforce these principles and to even think of what they can do for themselves by talking about and working with others? Right. So that's the whole point of our discussion versus lecture. So anyway, those are the 7 key things that have come up over and over again about the Inspired Difference. Not to mention that it's a beautiful facility up in Hotel Park City. Beautiful location. So we have that going for us too. Anyway, thanks for your time. Please feel free to email, text, call us, whatever. We're always trying to answer questions and always willing to listen. Look for us on Facebook and Twitter, Inspire Fit Resorts. Have a great day. Bye, guys.